All right, let's get right into the video. Firstly, I want to start with something, well, a bit of a statement before we get into something else. Like nothing's planned, by the way. Just this particular statement. So what I wanted to say was, now in child world, you gotta understand when we're talking about genuine children. Okay, even if it doesn't matter when you're talking about genuine children. Hold on. There's one thing. Have I talked about how like I robbed that bank and then formally it was like I turned into like a 15-year-old or something? Anyway, listen. So in the child world, you cannot win by intimidation. It typically is not allowed for children. Children are like, I mean, and I'm talking about genuine, like your genuine, stronger-minded children. They typically will not take a win by intimidation. If a guy throws a match or a fight with them, if a guy throws it in or takes a dive, they will not accept it. They will literally walk away from the game and say, just let the guy have the win. Okay? Children, if a child intimidates another child and wins like that, he doesn't feel like he qualifies, like he truly qualifies. I remember because when I was younger, we did any kind of sport, like, somebody would go, oh, I got in by default. Somebody who was actually genuinely an adult maybe would say, well, I got to second round by default. And I would be thinking, why would you take something by default? Don't you want to earn it? Now, we're done with that, okay? We're trying to minimize a bit so people can understand and move on faster. We're doing it for a little bit, for the people can kind of, a little bit of a speed watch, right? So, or speed hearing, speed watching. So, all right, so next, so in the adult world. In the adult world, 98 to 99% of all matches are done by intimidation, okay? Any kind of sports, like they always have a pre-press conference before the event. They'll have a post after the event. It's already from the pre-press conference. They'll have weigh-ins or they'll have some kind of meet and greet or some kind of situation where opposing teams or opposing individuals are actually, facing each other, interacting with each other. That's when it begins. If you don't believe me, Mike Tyson actually said that he won all his fights from before when the fight started. When they make them touch gloves and they look at each other, he would literally intimidate a guy just by looking at him. And when he saw that weakness, he knew he had him. Okay, it's in his documentary, and he's actually said this multiple times. In an interview. Okay, so we got that in. So in the adult world, most of the wins are actually done by intimidation. Even wars. I mean, what does America tell somebody before they invade them? They go to Iraq. If you don't let us check out your WMDs, we're gonna invade you. You know what I mean? If you don't do what we want you to do, we're gonna invade you. We got a million of the best, biggest, newest tanks, fighter jets. We got a crazy navy. We got so many soldiers who are equipped with $1,000 of equipment, who are so good. We got Navy SEALs. We got this and that. Why do they do that? Because that's adult world. They intimidate the person. Are you gonna do this or no? Okay, we're coming in and you're gonna lose. That's the attitude typically. I don't think it always works because Russia tried to play that game with Ukraine with that intimidation. Oh, we're rated as like just the same level as America or possibly higher. Our military is blah 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 blah. I remember before the invasion, people, or even a couple years before, people were rating Russia. Russia was being rated by experts as being a stronger army than the United States. In that case, intimidation didn't work. Now, to me, if as a child you wanted to genuinely play, if intimidation doesn't go through, that child who was playing so well, when he's an adult, if intimidation doesn't go through, he'll just do it himself. He'll beat the guy regardless, whether it's through intimidation or through actual competition. Okay, that's something that I wanted to talk about there, and I'm glad that we've talked about it. But yeah. In the adult world, if you claim, for example, dude, I don't want to face this guy in a card game a particular location where, we know all the card players. Why don't you want to face them? I'm intimidated, man. Come on, I don't want to face them, When a guy does that in the adult world, that's automatic moving on. In the adult world, 98, 99% of the time, battles or competitions or whatever, exchanges, they're all done in through intimidation. A guy will look at another guy in a sport, dude, I'm gonna take you out. And when the guy says, okay, listen, I'm just backing out, he goes, all right, back out, keep your distance, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna take this. We don't really say win this in the adult world, we say I'm gonna take this. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's it, that's how adults kind of behave, It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna intimidate, you know what I mean? When you give in, I'll tell you right now, in the child world, when a guy would give in, I wouldn't take it. I would not take it. Whenever a guy would give in, even if I was playing an adult or a child, whenever the guy would give in, I would not take it. Every single time. Sports, social life, parties, academics, it didn't matter. I did not take it from a guy when he would give in and give up. I'm being real with you. Now, in the adult world, would I take it? Absolutely. I mean, like 99% of the time, I'm already taking it. Just from the guy, you back out, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna leave it like I would have done as a child. I will take it. All right. What else can we? So I didn't have anything else planned. I wanted to talk about this. I thought I'd be done in 3 or 4 minutes. It's almost 7 minutes. But I can kind of recap other stuff. What can I really talk about? What can I really talk about? Well, okay. So genuinely and formally, although I may have been at a younger age level, for the past 7 years, I feel like kind of, moved on, moved forward while carrying myself through the time and getting my genuine spot and pretty much willing to just, willing to deal with any past. There's no running from anything. Whatever you throw at me in whatever manner, I will deal with it. You know what I mean? Right? Is it cool or what? I will deal with whatever it is. I don't care. I'm not gonna shy away. I'm not gonna back off. I'm not gonna allow bad luck, bad karma to discourage me. Whatever I have to deal with, whatever the chips are on the table, whatever the situation was, I will deal with it. If I haven't already, but I may have already dealt with a lot of things. But I will deal with whatever it is, and I will maintain my spot. And not only will I maintain my spot, I'm gonna take myself to a better position. Doesn't literally mean just kind of like a better position overall, like my capability, my caliber, my situation. I would like to take it to a bit higher, and that's pretty much already done. All the things I just said right now, pretty much have them done. So that's all it is. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. It's all there, man. If you didn't get it, you didn't get it. If you got it, you got it, right?